Labubu, labubu.
Hello everyone and welcome. So for today's video, we're going to talk about do's and don'ts during natural disaster. So let's get started. What is natural disaster? Natural disaster is a very harmful impact on a society or a community brought by natural phenomenon or hazard. Some examples of natural hazards include avalanches, droughts, earthquakes, floods, heat waves, landslides, including submarine landslides, tropical cyclones, volcanic activity, and wildfires.
Flood is a natural disaster that happens when water overflows onto normally dry land. It occurs when there's heavy or continuous rainfall as well as rivers overflowing. I will be talking about the do's and don'ts when flood occurs. First, if there's a risk of rising water, make sure to evacuate to higher ground or upper floors immediately. Second, switch off the main electric supply and gas to prevent electrocution or leaks. Make sure to prepare an emergency kit, include drinking water, food, flashlight, as well as first aid kits. Here are the don'ts when flood occurs. Do not ignore evacuation orders. When an emergency service informs to evacuate, make sure to follow immediately. Avoid handling electronics or wires, especially if you're wet or standing in flood water. Last, do not ever drink flood water as it can be contaminated and it can risk your health.
Hello everyone, so this is the do's and don'ts during an earthquake. So the do's first is drop and cover and hold on. Drop to your hands and knees. After that, cover your head with your arms. Hold on until the shaking ends. Second is stay indoor if you are inside. Move away from windows, mirrors, glass, or anything that could shatter. The don'ts during an earthquake is don't run outside. Most injuries happen due to falling debris when people run outside during shaking. Second is don't panic. Running, screaming, or erratic behavior can lead to injuries or make the situation worse.
Let's talk about tornado. Tornado is a rapidly rotating column of air that is made with the cloud and the surface of the earth. Let's see, what are the do's and don'ts during a tornado? First, let's do do's. Well, firstly, seek shelter in a secure location, for example, like a basement. Secondly, stay away from windows and glass doors. And finally, stay as low as possible and protect yourself with a blanket. Now don'ts. Never go outside or try to outrun the tornado. Secondly, listen for updates from local news stations or authorities. You have to. And finally, don't try to outrun the tornado. That's from me. Bye.
In conclusion, natural disaster impacted both environment and also society. It caused a widespread destruction, a loss of life, and even economic damages. Some natural disasters, as what we mentioned previously, tornado, flood, and even earthquake, pose a very serious threat to the ecosystem and even to human beings. So it is our responsibility to make sure that we are safe and always prioritize ourselves before others. That's it for us, New Gen Thinkers, transforming life and enriching future.
So this is the do's and don'ts during an earthquake. Lagi oh.
Jauh sangat.
Cakap, jangan
own person. Lagi sekali.